Sarah. I was really excited to see the footage of Chocolate Block. You guys' like chalk piece came out really great. I was gonna suggest a chalk line last week and it just didn't make it into the video because when I recorded it more than once and I didn't get it in the one that I posted, but I'm glad you used a chalk line. It makes things a lot easier when you're coding things out. And also I was like really impressed with some of the pieces that people did. And it made me think of, I watched Saving Mr. Banks a couple weeks ago, and so then like Chim Chim Free was like stuck in my head, and so then I watched Mary Poppins, and I just keep thinking of the line that Burt says. He's like, I does what I like and I likes what I do. And also, like, if I could just do that, like Burt, he just like travels around and gets to do cool stuff, and like he makes money by being a one-man band and doing like chalk art on the ground, and it's sweet, and I want to do that. Sign me up. If I could make a living doing that, totally would. Yeah, I haven't really done anything much last week. I've just been baking a lot and trying to find ways to use zucchini because I have 2 giant zucchinis and I'm trying to like use them, and I made a lot of zucchini bread last week and I'm making more zucchini bread next week. I ran out of eggs, so I'm getting eggs this weekend when I go grocery shopping, and then I'll be making more zucchini bread. So if you have any zucchini recipe suggestions, let me know. I've been gathering those so I can make zucchini things to get rid of all the zucchini. Yeah, the only other thing that was really happening, my dad, the plant that my dad works at has a lot of Japanese people, maybe not a lot, but there are Japanese people who work at his plant that are like here and they're learning English, like a couple like engineers and stuff like that. And so every week they go out to dinner and they call it English class. So they just go and get food and like practice speaking English basically. So my dad goes and they've like appointed my dad as their English teacher, kind of. So I went to English class with my dad tonight, and it was fun. I told my dad after, I was like, my Japanese is terrible, but I could pick out a couple words, and that was cool. And he's like, do you know what they were saying? Because they didn't speak English the whole time, they spoke Japanese to each other a little bit. And I was like, well, no, most of the words that I can pick out aren't helpful for context, because it's like, I know the word for like why and what and happy, and so it's like I have no idea what they were saying except for like that one word that I knew. But it was fun, and I think I'm going back next week. So if you want to teach me any Japanese phrases for next week, you know, just to... I don't actually speak Japanese with them, but if you want to teach me a Japanese phrase or two so that I can understand more, that would be great. Yeah, that's all that's really going on. So, keeping it authentically. Awesome.